30 seconds and counting.
Hey, what's good, yo? Welcome back to another video. It's Anish, and I'm joined here with Drew. And today we have some news in the NFL world. This offseason has been pretty dry right now, but we kind of got some news to tell y'all. So the Patriots wide receiver KealHarry has requested a trade out of New England for Mike Garafolo, and he's looking for a fresh start. And basically, from his agent, he requested a trade on behalf of KealHarry, saying that he's only had 86 targets, and obviously Nikhil didn't really meet up to the Patriots' expectations, and they believe it's time for a fresh start. And obviously, he promised like everyone that Nikhil was working on his craft and things like that. So obviously, who knows what kind of market there is for KealHarry. He has had a bit of an injury history. 2019, he had an ankle sprain, missing 9 games in his first year. And then in 2020, he had a concussion, missing 2 games. And obviously, again, about expectations, he was drafted in the first round in 2019, pick 32, over guys like A.J. Brown, DK Metcalf, and Terry McLaurin. So with those guys balling, you're going to have more pressure on you to perform. And honestly, he hasn't done that. So, Drew, what would your initial thoughts be if we were to make a trade or signing for KealHarry?
I think it's really a low risk, high reward kind of opportunity with KealHarry. He's really a guy who hasn't been given much of an opportunity. He suffered through injuries, but he has the talent. He's 6'4", around 215, 220. He was an absolute beast at Arizona State. Coming onto the draft, you can see why he was drafted in the first round. You can see why he was drafted before Metcalf and A.J. Brown, Terry McLaurin, all those guys. He deserved that. And he's insanely talented, but now he's requested a trade. I would say his value is around the 5th or 6th round pick. And with the Texans, we have Nick Caserio, we have connections to the Patriots organization. But I want to go on a little bit more about that. So actually, when we kind of look into it, we look and see that Bill Belichick really didn't listen to his scouts very much. There were some concerns about KealHarry, and I'm assuming that Caserio and his scouting department kind of determined that. But Bill Belichick kind of went off of that and said, I'm going to go ahead and draft KealHarry. So the question really for us as Texans fans, do we want KealHarry? Yes, I think most of us can agree that we would want KealHarry. Very talented receiver, 6'4", absolute insane catch radius. But the real question is, does Nick Caserio actually want KealHarry? Because it didn't really seem like he liked him that much going out to the draft. They still have the connection. I'm sure there's a little bit of a relationship between Caserio and Bill Belichick that kind of says, okay, you can just take him for a 5th or 6th round pick at this point. He requested a trade. He's out of here. He needs a fresh start. I think the Texans can really give him that fresh start. A pretty mediocre receiver room. There's a lot of guys in there, and it's going to be a lot of competition. That's going to make KealHarry have to fight for every single snap he gets. He's going to have to earn it. He's going to be able to show us how much talent he has in a new place if we can make that move.
Yeah, the Texans have kind of been a place of reclamation projects, like Malik Collins, getting him from the Raiders. So I think it's kind of like a similar situation. KealHarry, he's going to come to a very crowded wide receiver room. We already have so many guys. So KealHarry will definitely have to compete. And but obviously being on a rebuilding team with a whole new coaching regime, it's going to be a different atmosphere for KealHarry. Obviously the Patriots are trying to compete, and so obviously we're not in that kind of state right now to do so. So it might be a better situation for KealHarry. And obviously out of college, I feel like right now, since it's only been 2 years, it might be too early to say he's a bust. But obviously New England Patriots fans aren't really happy with how he's played for them. I mean, he was really slow, couldn't get any separation at all, and there was some no-name corner shutting him down. And so that's obviously going to be a cause for concern, not being able to make too many plays. So stats-wise, this past season he had 309 yards, 33 receptions on 57 targets, and so obviously those are, and 2 touchdowns. And so obviously those are just the really basic stats, but yeah, he just hasn't performed for them. But obviously coming out of college, he was getting comparisons to Allen Robinson, obviously a guy who going to be your contested catch maker like Drew, as you mentioned. But he did also have these separation problems in coming out of college as well, and so that could be something that could be a cause for concern. But honestly, with us, if you ever have like a chance of getting like a former first round talent, I think we should be one of the first people to go get them. You never know how it might pan out.
I mean, I feel like that's really the motto of the Texans roster as a whole right now. The Texans have the most players in the entire NFL on their roster right now. They had like 38 signings, something like that this offseason. And it's a lot of guys that you've actually heard of. I mean, we know Philip Lindsay, we know Desmond King. We got these glorified veterans too, and they're just kind of here to prove that they belong in this league, that they belong to start, they belong, they want to prove themselves, they want to get more money. This is a team where you can kind of remake who you are as a player. It's going to be a pretty comfortable environment, I would say. You got David Coley. He seems like a very chill guy. The playing atmosphere, players talked about it a lot during the offseason, how it's all about building a culture. And if we can get all these guys, even young guys like KealHarry, he can be a part of the culture. He's just got to be comfortable. He's got to be ready to play. He's got to be ready to compete. I feel like the Texans have a really good environment for players like him. I feel like really you should just go for it at this point. Throw a 5th round pick at them. Throw a 6th round pick at it. Harry has the talent. He just didn't really have the production in New England. And hopefully that if we can make a move, I feel like that'd be a really good place for him.
Yeah, and a good thing too is that he's also on a rookie deal. Obviously, he's only going into his 3rd year, so that's going to be good for us, like cap wise, I guess. But yeah, I think that's going to pretty much do it for this video. What are y'all's thoughts on a potential signing or trade for Nikhil Harry? I think it's going to be pretty interesting if we were to get him. But yeah, just let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.